Nico was born 9 pounds, 13 ounces, big, healthy baby, no problems. And on and off, he would get pneumonia and be in the hospital. I can remember he was in the hospital at 3 months, 6 months, and they would just say he had pneumonia. They never found anything. When Nico was 2.5 years old, he was outside playing on the trampoline and called me over and said, "Mom, come here." And I looked down, and on the bottom of his leg, like on his shin, was a black deep dot. And we went and got the blood test, and Nico is a junk food junkie. And we were sitting there eating his chocolate cake, and the phone rang. It wasn't even 10 minutes later, and the doctor said, "I need you to pack your bags and go. There's a room waiting for you at Cancer Institute, New Jersey." So on and off for 6 months, we were told he had autoimmune disorder he would outgrow, he had a bleeding disorder, and that nothing seemed to work. They treated him with steroids, they treated him with IVIG platelet transfusions, they treated him with medication, and he did not outgrow it, he got worse. When you don't heal, and almost they rule it out by process of elimination, if your body is destroying more than one bloodline, there's a condition called Evans syndrome. His body destroys his red cells, his white cells, and his own platelets, which means a cut is a bleed risk or an infection. A cold could be, both of these could be terminal or fatal to him. And I said, "I need you to stop right now and tell me, is he gonna die?" And she looked at me and just, I can still remember it, and she was like, "Let's not talk about that, let's talk about what the syndrome is." And I said, "No, the first things I need to know is he going to live?" When Nico was diagnosed, we tried to find groups. The only group I could find was a group of moms on Facebook who were desperate, looking for answers and input on the disease. He was going to be 5, and he had never been to school. He had spent time either with his godmother, his father, or my mother and father, and that was it. So socially, if it wasn't a hospital person who was either a hospital friend or a 18, 19, 20-year-old volunteer, he didn't go anywhere. Someone suggested Make-A-Wish. I said, "No, I'm never gonna do a Make-A-Wish." So Make-A-Wish called us. They set up to come to our house, and it was amazing from the minute they came. The minute they came, our daughter is 18. I love anybody who includes her. It couldn't happen at a greater time because she was a senior in high school, and this was like celebrating her and her brother in a roundabout way. Nico's wish was to go to Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, to stay at Nickelodeon Resort, and he wanted to stay so badly in SpongeBob's Pineapple because he saw it on YouTube, because he watches a lot of YouTube when he's in the hospital. And we didn't know what it was either, but if that's his wish, we wanted it for him. So they said they would research it, and from that minute on, I would call when I had to return a phone call. And I have to tell you, I was a little sad every time they picked the phone up because I liked the voice recordings. And it was me. That was one of the, sounds so silly, but that was the time I didn't feel alone, listening to those voice recordings, because they were other people saying the things I didn't really get that support of with a rare disease. Every single solid person here made us feel welcome. And when they told us that they could give him a wish, they were like, "We could give him a wish. We're not sure it's a pineapple, but it is a Nickelodeon wish." We were okay with that. But he had faith from that minute, even when we walked out of his wish granting, that he was staying in the pineapple. And the morning we woke up, he hadn't slept very much, but we did a little bit. A big, huge white limo picked him up, and his face lit up because he couldn't believe this was his limo. And there was somebody waiting for him with his name on a tag and a shuttle to take us to our hotel. And when we got out, probably 40 people came out of the hotel, and there's a SpongeBob statue, and they were like, "We're waiting for you." And they said, "Come on in, come on in. We heard you want to be slime. Well, we're gonna give you a drink of green slime." So they gave the kids their green slime, and they said, "We have something very special for you." And out came SpongeBob with a message for him that he was gonna live in the pineapple. So he was so excited, we were so excited, of course I cried. And we go in the pineapple, and in the entrance is Gary and his TV and little statues, and Nico's face just lit up, and I cried again. And we walk through the door, and there's our own private pool. Unbelievable, with a little umbrellas for us to lay under and everything. And from every single minute there was perfect. Make-A-Wish is dynamic because it gives you strength to keep going. It gives you hope. It gives you energy like you wouldn't believe to keep going. It gives you a desire to share your journey with other people, because I've never seen another group like this that includes the entire family and that goes above and beyond their happiness, their comfort for you. They're looking at you when you cry and they want to cry with you, or when you're happy, they're happy with you. So I think if I can only say one word, you are dynamic, Nico.